everybody, it's road trip time. It's August 22nd, 2024. This is my second year going to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo down in Edison, New Jersey. I want to say happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Destiny. Happy birthday, Des. Guys, this year is just so different from last year. I feel a little bit more laid back, but I have the benefit of having been to the Expo last year, so not quite as nervous because I have a feel for what I'm heading to. We have better traveling weather this year. Last year it was raining. It's sunny, it's 70 degrees. So we have about an hour and 40 minutes to go. We should get there just around 1:30. And this year I did a lot of prepping, so there's no stops. I've already fueled up the car, and I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel, but I have a personal goal of being able to do a pull-up. So I've been working really hard with a physical therapist and trying to develop my strength, my upper body strength. So in a sense, I feel like I'm in training. So instead of stopping off for food, I did a lot of meal prep. So last night, I roasted a bunch of vegetables, some eggplant, some roasted peppers, some tofu, even some edamame with pumpkin seeds as a snack. Did them with a hint of lime. So this morning, I've kind of packed a lunch. I made a couple of wraps. The sun-dried tomato and basil wraps were very small, so I made two. They're two small ones. And I did like just a hint of mayo, the roasted eggplant, some tofu, tomatoes, blanketed with a little bed of greens, and then a drizzle of this fantastic kind of dressing slash marinade that I've fallen in love with. It's ginger and garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, a little water. It also has some maple syrup, just like a tablespoon of maple syrup for the entire marinade, just to give it a little hint of sweetness. Oh my God, it smells good and tastes divine. So the snacks that I've prepared for myself too. So we have the edamame with the pumpkin seeds. I also have some baby carrots and sugar snap peas. And then for a little bit of crunch, I've got some rice cakes. One is a caramel rice cake for that time when I get a little bit of a sweet tooth, and a tomato basil rice cake. Oh, they are so yummy. I am more a savory than a sweet. I like my savory food. I also enjoy these seaweed snacks. They're really good too. It's like eating paper. I love I love the texture in my mouth, and they just have the right hint of flavor. So what happened last year was I had read that you're not allowed to bring outside food in. But maybe that's just for the convention itself, because the friends I made that sat across from me last year came in with like a loaf of bread, cold cuts, the fixins, grapes, and sat down and like had a lunch before we even started. And I was waiting for the vendor, and the vendor didn't have the best food. And I remember being so hungry, right, that by 11 o'clock, when I was back at the hotel, I was so hungry, and all I could really find that I'd want to eat was an apple cinnamon oatmeal, which really has too much sugar for me. So this year, while I was prepping while I was having breakfast, I prepped a mason jar of oatmeal, just the way I like it, with my blueberries, walnuts, and my marine collagen powder, because at the hotel I can get hot water. So I have a feeling, based on my food prep so far, that I may not be as hungry as I was last year by the time I get to the hotel. But if I am, I have the oatmeal. And if I'm not, well, I have breakfast for the next morning. Although the hotel does have that nice little cafe, eatery for the morning. So I have options. Just happy this year I'm going to have options. And for dinner, made a cheese tortellini with some sauce and some Italian sausage. I made that mostly so Jerry would have something to eat while I'm gone. So I made myself a little dinner plate, added some of the roasted eggplant to it. And, well, this morning I threw in a little extra tofu. So all my hunger fears could be forgotten. I'm well taken care of for food. So I've given myself a personal challenge this year. So as you know, if you're following my channel, that I'm not a card maker, that I like to do journaling and art journals. So while all the make and takes are predominantly geared towards card makers, I've given myself the personal challenge to take everything I'm getting from the make and take this year and creating an art journal in real time, on the scene, because we remember what happened last year. I brought everything home to kind of make an art journal after I was home, and that didn't happen until months later. But I came up with such a great art journal that, yeah, this year the challenge is to see what I can do with the freebies I'm getting from the Make and Take this year. I did bring a little bit of my own ephemera, but not a lot. I mean, I'm going to be surrounded with vendors, so I'm just going to have fun with that, and let's see what we can come up with. So I'm traveling light again. All the supplies that I'm going to use fit in my little pink flamingo rolly case. So here's a look at what I've packed for the Expo. I don't think it's too much this year. I've got, this is from my everyday carry. You guys have seen this before with all my markers and the scissors. Bringing some wet wipes. Bringing just a little bit of ephemera, because I really want to see what I can do with what I get today to make an art journal. I also am bringing, I have a bunch of stickers that I know that I won't use, so I thought maybe I'd made this little box of stickers. So maybe I can trade with people. There's even some extra washi in there that I have duplicates of. So we'll see if we can get a little trade going on. I'm also taking the art journal that I created from last year's Mega Make and Take, so people can get an idea of what I'm up to. This is also the diary journal memory keeper that I made for that month. This has all those wonderful, wonderful medallions and buttons. Right? Last year I got the I'm New. I should get another I Played this year. I shopped. We'll see. I have so much stuff. I don't know how much shopping I'll do. And I created. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more buttons this year. But these are the only two things I'm bringing for like a show and tell for anyone that might be interested. Some extra foam stickers to create some dimension when I'm working. Of course, my glue. And I'm going to bring just some white acrylic paint. We'll see how we can use that today. And I bought this last year, this little kind of to-go package with these little boxes in it. So I have like my X-Acto knife, a couple of hole punches in case I make tags. I got washi tape. I don't know that I'll use any of this. It was more important to have transparent tape, but I threw some washi in there for fun anyway. This is, I created this little jar because I use watercolors when I'm there. Don't know if one-handed I can, there we go. So because I bring my watercolors with me, it's just a little jug for me to put some water on to keep the brushes clean. My corner rounder, an acrylic block for any stamps, rubber stamps we might get, and then just some silicone mat to work on and some paper towels. That's a nice handy little carrying case, keep it all together. Just my little trash collector for scraps. This is new this year. Is my a new heat gun that is not very noisy. It's not a hair dryer. It gets really hot. The heated craft tool by Ranger. And my paper cutter. Now you're asking, well, you're bringing this, it's electric. How are you going to use this? Did you secure a spot at the Expo Make and Take table to plug it in? No, it's because I have my secret weapon. I always travel with this portable battery pack. All right, if I turn it on in the back here, right, I got it at 100%. It fits in my little carry case, and it's got all kinds of attachments, whether it be USBs, but it also has the outlets here. And the fun thing about this is if I really wanted to, I can be charging it in the car as I'm driving, but I've got it fully charged, so I don't have to worry about that. But for Make and Take, that's going to start at 2 p.m. and go into 11 p.m., and who knows how much footage I'm going to shoot. It'll help charge my cell phone if my cell phone dies. Even I have another camcorder that I bring with me. And of course, if I need the heat gun, I can use that as well. I do have to say, I get really fascinated by all the different cases and organization that my fellow paper crafters bring. I really enjoy seeing how people show up. All my years of doing craft shows and photography, event photography, I really appreciate keeping my supplies to a minimum. This year, guys, I'm really a lot more laid back, and I'm just going to go and enjoy myself, meet some people. No agenda other than to have fun. Last year when I was making videos, I think I felt as though I really wanted to be a champion for all kinds of vendors. So I wanted to capture as much footage as I can to share about the vendors. However, this year, I think I really want to focus more on what the experience is like for me and share it in a way so those of you who can't participate or just maybe not even in this country, you can see what it's like to go to one of these expos. All right, I've got a major merge coming up. I'll be back. are here. It's about 1:45. They don't let you in, I guess, until 2, because I ran in to use the restroom and there's a line forming, and I'm hungry and I brought lunch. So I think what I'm going to do is relax out here, have those wraps that I made, or at least one of them, and then go in. There's no sense standing online for 15 minutes. Okay, so these came out as good as they looked. It's definitely that marinade. That marinade just... I think what happens is participants get real excited about trying to find the right table. But based on my experience last year, there's plenty of tables out there, and it's just little old me. So, and it's such a gorgeous day. Oh my God. See how gorgeous it is out there. Alright, you don't want to watch me eat. My snacks had a safe ride down. Those wraps were here. Those yummy, yummy wraps that I just finished eating. I survived on my sugar snap peas and carrots on the way down. And just had my little wraps. My snacks for later are there. See my little setup here for my camera, so it's hands-free. A cup holder. And it's on its little handle, just kind of rigged it up so it just sits in there. That's the same for when I'm driving. I have one over here so I don't have to have my hands off the wheel. Ah, gorgeous day. All right, it's 2 o'clock. Let's head in.